All right, guys, got a new project. This is going to be, I think I'm gonna do a cutting board. I've got some maple and some maple and pecan here, and I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit. But I'm gonna use a different wood filler. Excuse me. I'm gonna use a different finish on it. The last one I did was tung oil, and I've learned a little bit more about the tung oil since I started. This one I'm going to try Hope's. Here, let me get it for you. It's Howard Butcher Block Conditioner is what I'm going to try. And this one's more of a mixture of mineral oil and natural waxes, including beeswax. So I know this one takes more maintenance or having to redo it from time to time. But I want to see what the difference in the finishes are. So I'm going to give this a shot, see what it does, and I'll take you on this little journey. All right, I've gotten everything sized the way I want to size it. I'm not really worried about getting it perfect because after I get all this put together, I'll run the router sled over it, flatten it, flip it, flatten it. Then I'll be ready to move on to squaring it up and all. So that's where I'm sitting here. I'm running them edgewise instead of flatwise. I really like the way that's working. Get less warpage, makes it for a really solid cutting board, making them about 1.5 inches thick. And I'll probably plane 1/8 of it off, or maybe even, 3/16 off. But that's what I'm gonna roll with. So I'll go ahead and get all of this glued up and let it set for 24 hours, unclamp it and start working on it. So that's the plan. And I like the Tight Bond 2 extended glue. I really like that. It gives me plenty of time to work with it without it starting to set too quickly. All right, now we got them about like I want them. Go ahead and get these things snugged up. I like to just snug them to start with and basically get all the of it right. And I'll take me a little block of wood, make sure they're relatively flat. It's gonna look a whole lot different tomorrow when I unclamp this and run the router sled over both sides. Entirely different. Okay, got it out of the clamps. Looks good. I got to do a little bit of shimming, and I'll secure this, and we'll go ahead and run the router sled over it, and we're going to see what we come up with. But I think this is going to turn out really, really nice. Just wanted to kind of give you an overview of what I'm going to be taking care of, what I'm going to get rid of. It's amazing what this thing does. Because this is smoother than the planer would be. Wow. Really happy with it, guys. It's working great. Okay, we have got a really, really good, flat, smooth surface. I'm gonna sand this down. I'm gonna square it, both the ends and the sides. And go ahead and do a light sanding on it. And I'll be ready to move forward with this project. So far, so good. All right, I'm using Howard Butcher Block conditioner, which is this one. And it really seems to bring the grain out, but it doesn't get it real dark. I used the tung oil on the last one, and it really darkened everything. This, it doesn't seem to darken it that much except for the pecan. This pecan, it darkens the grain enough where you can really see it, and in the maple, it shows out the little burl looks. So I think I'm gonna like this. Only downside of this is I think you have to retreat it kind of on a regular basis if it's used a lot. When it starts getting dried out looking or faded. So I'm really, really curious to see how this works, but I think this is gonna make it really pretty. I like the finish that it gives. It has a real, and this is just the first coat, but it has a real soft feeling. And darken up the grain nicely on the pecan without overly darkening the maple. I do like where you can see the different parts of the maple. And I really think it's a different look. I know it'll take more maintenance if this is what I decided to go with a lot, but I really think it's pretty.